if you've got to 40 and you've got absolutely no pension at all, let's follow Martin Lewis's method of putting 50% of your age into your pension from the age that you start putting in until retirement, and see what sort of money you can end up with. Added a cheeky call to action on my calculator to get everyone from my old account to my new one, just so I can focus on the money stuff on this one, and then on my old account I will go back to just my DevOps and tech stuff. Anyway, we're starting at 40. You've got a very modest salary of 20k, sorry. In fact, that's less than minimum wage, so let's do 21. You don't get a bonus. You're going to retire at 68, 2% growth each year on your salary, and then your employee contributions are going to need to be 15% because your employer is putting in 5, which gives you a total of 20%, which is half of your age. So if we calculate that, then you'll see when you get to 68, you will end up with somewhere around 212k all the way up to 382k. So if you bear in mind that when you retire you're going to be somewhere around 36.5 grand, assuming no major pay rises, let's have a look at your pension income. So that means a pension income of either 8.5, 11 or 15,000 pounds, and that doesn't include your state pension. So that is obviously currently £10,000, is likely to grow with inflation at some point, but let's assume it's still 10. So that would give you 18.5, which is basically half of what you were on whilst you were working, which is, I think, perfectly acceptable. A lot of people aim for 50% of their salary when they retire. And then if you get some of the higher growth numbers, you're looking at 21k or even as much as 25k. Which I think is plenty to live on, assuming you've kind of got your mortgage paid off or you don't have kind of housing costs. Then I think that's a fairly decent amount to live on. You haven't taken the lump-free tax sum, or the tax-free lump sum even. So 25% of this is actually going to be tax-free. Plus you've got your annual tax allowance anyway. So you're going to pay very, very little tax on any of this, really, which I think gives you a good amount of money to live a fairly decent lifestyle. I mean, if there's 2 of you in the household with this sort of income, you're going to be able to run a car, you're going to be able to have some holidays, and you're not going to live like a poor existence into your retirement. It's not going to be flash, but it is going to be possible if you could just put in the 15% yourself and get your employer to put in 5. If your employer puts in more, and some of them do like a 7, 8, 9% match, then obviously it's going to cost you less upfront to be able to do it. Hope that helps. If you've got any questions, let me know in the comments.